welcome in everyone to the November 10th edition of the Fly for Fun show with Johnny Drone Fly and Captain Ray Kelly. Tonight is our 45th show of the year, Captain. So we're chugging along to that anniversary date we got coming up on December the 29th, I think. And we got some special stuff for that, and we'll talk about that a little later. Today's guest, we got a special guest. I mean, and he really is special. He's a long way off, and we'll show that map actually when we get Stephen in and Stephen Sutton with the Flyby guys. And he's on doing some work, but he can tell us, tell us all about himself. And in the second part of the show, we're going to bring in some people that were at SPINUP. And, of course, that was a big event this past weekend. Captain Ray and I attended, and we met some great friends. And I don't really know, Captain Ray, if you don't know, Captain Ray won the Mavic 3, so he kind of won the grand prize, although they gave away an Air 2S. And, I mean, it's not bad when you win an Air 2S, but it was a great event. I mean, I don't really know what could have made it better. We had Matty. Matty's going to jump on too a little bit in the back room. We were talking, and we talked on the phone earlier. I mean, it was just unbelievable. But we'll get into that. We'll be giving away some Fly for Fun stickers about the middle part of the show and whatever. We grabbed a bunch of stickers this weekend. You may even get some surprises. I know there was a lot of people giving out stickers, and so we'll might throw anything in there. We'll do, of course, we'll give away. We got some Part 107 questions that we do, and we are giving away the grand prize for this month. Will be a SanDisk SD card, 64 gig for your drone or whatever you need it for. So we give two correct answers each week, and we'll have 8 names in the hat at the end of the month for that. Let's see. Of course, April the 2nd is the second South Florida drone meetup, and we got some sponsors for that that's going to help. So we definitely got the Pilot Institute. Yep. Greg is doing some lanyards, and the World Drone Community. Robbie is giving I think a couple of drones, and the Rig Mug, Mark Fisher and his crew up there are giving away some prizes too. So we'll talk about that. Absolutely. I mean, it kind of moves into the next phase. I mean, I know SPINUP was a long time ago that we booked it, but it's done coming on. And Kelly, he did a great job. A couple you got a happy birthday going out to Jerry Bauer and Brad Austin and his wife. I think it was their 14th year anniversary, I think today or yesterday. So I saw that. Want to wish Brad.
Blade's wife also. Michael Blade. Allison, happy birthday.
Who's that?
Michael Blade's wife.
Okay,
Allison.
yeah, Michael Blade. Yeah, okay.
South Florida drone meetup.
And then, guys, I do want to say, if you got some pictures on your phone of SPINUP, try to post them, either at your page or the Drone Nation page, the Fly for Fun page, the Captain Ray Kelly page. I mean, I know we took a lot of pictures, not just myself. I know Captain Ray, and I took pictures of people that's on my phone that, and you might have taken it with somebody that you don't have on your phone. So, yeah, try to post all them pictures. And I know I put together just a little random video of, I don't know. I think it was 150 pictures, and
that looked good. That video looked good. You should.
Yeah, it was just something I clipped together quick. I didn't spend a lot of time, but people wanted to see it. It was just some quick shots. So yeah, think about that. I know everybody was taking pictures Friday night, Saturday at the event, Sunday at Spin Down. So yeah, we flew Sunday by the hotel. So yeah, try to post those pictures, and because people, it means a lot to you took a picture, but I know I took pictures of people that. It's not necessarily me.
Johnny, one of the best pictures. I mean, and it's not because I took it. I mean, you were standing next to Kai on a bench.
Kai, I
was ahead at the show right now.
Yeah, I was standing on the
Tennessee was in the picture. It was just a great picture.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I was still 8 or 10 inches short and Kai standing on the table, basically. So, I never, and I always saw him stand on the side of Chris Waters, and I've seen him stand on the side of, but till you really stand on the side of him.
He was resting on my shoulder.
Yeah. But Ray, tell us, I know, and I know we've roomed together, but yeah, I tell you, Captain Ray, I got to say,
I'll tell you, I have some stories. I have some stories to tell you about Johnny. If you ever get a chance to room with Johnny, jump on it. Because when I arrived at the hotel before him. He had rosebuds sprinkled on the bed for me.
Yellow roses. No, you got there. Yeah, you got there before me.
And it was just a pleasure staying with
That
John.
was from Yellow Rose Drones.
He didn't really do that.
Those came from Yellow Rose Drones. No.
But anyway, and we had a good time. It was just so much fun meeting everybody and seeing the people that we met already at the South Florida Drone Meetup, seeing them again. I mean, it was just an amazing event. And Kelly Shores and Chris Waters and the rest of the crew, he had quite a few helpers, so they got to get a lot of credit too. Hats off to you guys because
I got to if
really,
you guys
really
haven't seen the video of this the song the camera drone, I did ask Kelly if I can play it, so we'll play that maybe before we start bringing the guys on from SPINUP in a little while.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and they can watch the replay. They can watch the replay.
I hate to say it, I've been singing that damn song since I came from Texas. So
I know. Really got to catch.
But hey, I do say one thing: they made me eat pancakes in the shape of Texas. I kind of laughed at that. I was teasing Michael Wright.
It was amazing. And I have to publicly thank Michael Wright for picking me up at the airport, and then I got to publicly thank Bill Ronayne for taking me back to the airport. So let me just welcome in a lot of people, Johnny, because we got a great crowd in the house. And Jody from Drone Shots, he was number one. And Michael Wright, he's there too. Good to see you again, Mike. And Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger, how you doing? Matty, he's in the back room, and he's going to join us. And I had the pleasure of flying with John Olson, who's watching the show tonight. I flew with him this morning. We had a mini meetup here on Long Island with Paul Zenz, and we had a good time. Hey, Jose, how you doing? Mendez Drone Ops? Barry, Norris Dronalist. Well, he goes by any journalist. Good to see you. And he's really growing his channel. Big Water UAV Solutions, how you doing? AZ Drone Dude, David, good to see you. Matt Backwell, Jerry Bauer. Let's see, I'm going up the list, Johnny. Alan, Drone Views Media, all the way from Ireland. Good to see you. Corey Mano, how you doing? And Ken, my buddy Ken, place it here. It was fun hanging out with Ken down in SPINUP. And Brad Olson, of course, look what I got right here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad. My souvenir from SPINUP.
Yeah. I see John Bonifant, DeMarco, Marcus is in the house, Mendez. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a great crowd in the house. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Eddie Nunez, good to see you. And DeMarco, good to see you. How you doing, buddy?
That's DeMarco In and Out more.
he loves his In-N-Out burgers more than I do. I love In-N-Out burgers.
He would every time he would go, he'd come back with two. He'd eat one and bring one for the room. I don't get that. He said that was breakfast.
Yeah. But anyway,
Brad
we had
welcome
so
in.
many
Happy anniversary to
such
Brad.
a good time, and we got a lot of flying in, Johnny.
Robbie, welcome in. Yeah, we did, and we'll talk about that.
Well,
I'll tell you what, we got a
little video, right? A preview video because
I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's play that real quick.
Then we'll get 4 or 5 parts on this SPINUP. My videos will probably be 4 or 5 parts. Yeah, but we were lucky because the hotel was right there, close to the event location, and it had a walking path from our hotel right to the recreation center. And there was 2 ponds there, and you'll get a preview of it right here on this event. But again, this is my typical intro where I show the location where we are.
Park, just outside of Austin for SPINUP 2021.
That right there was a venue.
Michael Wright and myself decided to do an early morning flight prior to going to SPINUP. This location was right by our hotel, the Spring Hill Suites. I like to do a reverse droning, and I learned this from Marcus Crawford by the whole quadcopter.
This location.
That's our hotel right there.
Look at that, guys. That was just steps away.
But this is a great place to fly. There's this walking path around a lake.
That's the venue there in the back right there.
And please hit the like button and subscribe to Cedar Park Recreation Center, where SPINUP will be held.
Yeah. There was a fountain. I shoot the fountain for a couple of minutes here or seconds.
We were blessed with a beautiful sunrise this morning.
but it was right there. All we had to do was walk outside the hotel, and we were flying our drones.
This is really a great place to fly.
And I shot the fountain. I
Yep,
don't know
and
if you can
you
cue
can
it up
see some
there.
fish jumping there in the lake. I was hoping I could go fishing, but didn't bring my rod.
Yeah, they had a guy fishing out there actually.
He caught a bass on his first cast. Yeah.
It was a pretty fountain.
Then later on, we had a group of us flying there, a large group. But it was amazing. It really was. I can't say enough about SPINUP, Johnny. And
Yeah.
again, kudos to Kelly Shores, and his crew.
It was
because I won the Mini 3.
Yeah.
But again, with the Mini 3, I almost fell out of the chair when they announced my name.
I saw that. It was a great video. Well, we got the special guest sitting back. If you want to introduce him, I know. I don't know what he's eating up there, but he might be eating some crawfish and fish and shrimp. We're trying to change him over.
Stephen Sutton, he is one of the most experienced drone pilots that I follow. And his channel is Flyby Guys, and he's based in Finland, but he travels the world flying drones, and he's coming to us tonight from Papai, Indonesia.
Yeah, Stephen, let me see. Welcome in, Stephen. Appreciate it.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Papua. I'm here working here this week, and thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to join your show.
And that's where Stephen is at, guys. Stephen.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, amazing. It's amazing, and today with the technology and everything, it seems like you're right here, Stephen. You're in the other room.
It does. Of course, you guys are having the evening over there in Central America. I've just had breakfast, and I've just had my breakfast, and I've just started the day. So it's life is good. It's wonderful to be in the drone business. I do fly for fun as well. I was just saying this to Ray, obviously beforehand. I'm also a hobbyist. I carry my Mini 2, everywhere I go, because even on days off, we'll always fly. We always want to. It's just anyone who flies a drone knows what it's like. You always carry it with you. I started off as a hobbyist. I just basically wanted to document the area that I was living in, and I had this fascination with top-down look, seeing everything from directly down, and I was fascinated by that. And I started to just take pictures, and I was getting more and more recognition. And then my business partner now, his name is Chris Moore. He approached me and said, why don't we start a business? Why don't we do something with drones, and we kind of go into professional side? And we talked about it for a little while, and over some beers and some food. And then that night I went home and I had the idea of the Flyby Guys. I literally had the idea of the Flyby Guys, and I called him the next day and said, why don't we call it the Flyby Guys? And he says, that's it. So, and ever since that's been it. We haven't looked back, So, and we really only wanted to start to do small operations, but we really got into larger operations by getting involved with a lot of the EU European projects, doing drone deliveries and stuff like that, because it's all about. I like to gather data. I'm not the kind of person to just take pictures of houses and stuff like that. I want to gather data. I do see the data side from the professional side as a way that we will use drones to go forward and help businesses and help sectors. So I think data is where I really see where drones will benefit and they will add value. So, and we haven't looked back, and here I am in Papua, So
about every 3 months the drones get better and more. It seems like, man, they really, it's been tech. It's been a tech year for sure. At least the last 3 or 4 months. Wow.
Yeah, it's every day. There's new innovation. There's new software. There's new ways. And thinking about when we started the Flyby Guys, I remember lying in my bed at night, not being able to sleep because I was thinking about ways we could use drones to for work, ways that we could use work for for things like agricultural, mapping. I'm a great lover of AI. I think that artificial intelligence is we haven't even scratched the surface with drones yet, and I think that we will be able to, go way further down the line and add lots of value. But we have only been going now for 3.5 years, and we've gone way further than I even expected. But it's all down to my team and the community as well. Which is something which, again, coming back to your show here and other shows as well, like Geeks Vana and those guys and stuff. It's all about the community. We need to have the community. It's so important. It's absolutely important that we have a community, and we have that, and that will help everything grow. It's just so important.
Stephen, I saw your latest video, that you have posted. It doesn't look like you're working too hard over here. You're on the beach, in a lounge chair.
He's got to work. He's got to take some downtime.
We do have some downtime, thankfully. We do have some downtime, and we were sitting on the beach yesterday, and one of my guys thought, this, we should do this video for you. So we done a quick short, so you can check it out. It looks very nice and stuff, and obviously.
Stephen, how big is your team? How big is your team you got working there? I mean, like, what is?
We in total, I have about eight guys in my team, eight or nine guys in my team. So and they're all very well experienced as well. So whether it's larger operations or whether it's smaller operations, and I can take them in, to do anything. But again, this is just, we can't have enough sometimes. We need to have more. So I'm always looking to grow the team as much as I can, because we have got so much work coming in. But yeah, it's a really interesting time right now. I can only see, the drone industry growing in a way.
Yeah.
But it has to come from somewhere, and it's all down to the community. It's down to, I really have to say to all the hobbyists out there, you're doing a great job by doing all the filming and photos and stuff. It's time to start thinking what you want to do with that a bit more, a bit more seriously. Do you want to do this for a living? And if you do, you should go for it. You should absolutely go for it, because it's your hobby and it's also your work. As I say, I've got my Mini 2 with me. As soon as we have a day off, we fly. Well,
that's good. I don't consider myself an expert. I'm far from it. I fly for fun, and that's the premise of this show. But I did reach out to my local school district to see if they'd be interested in having me come and teach the kids how to fly drones. And it's being worked on right now. So I believe in trying to get kids involved in drones. You feel the same way?
Absolutely. It's all about raising awareness for this. It's showing what we can do, and whether it's a child or whether it's an adult, it's having the frame of mind that this is not. Even though we fly for fun, which of course we all do, but there's a serious edge to this as well, and that's the safety side. So that's making sure that we are responsible when we fly, that we know where we're flying, that we're not invading people's privacy, we're not flying in areas that we shouldn't be flying. Exactly. Because that all has a massive implication on many factors, because I do believe that, obviously, there's a small amount, there's always that small percentage. There's always that small percentage that will ruin it for everyone else. There's always going to be that small percentage, but it's how much of it will be ruined. We won't know until now. But it's I think starting them young is good. It's really good to show them. and really give the emphasis that this is, in a sense, it's like flying a plane.
Yeah.
You know, because
what drone do you got in your hand there? Which one?
This is a Mini 2.
Yeah, right. That's a great drone, right? Great starter drone.
It's one of the drones that I just keep, in my bag. It's my throw in the bag drone. I mean, I have a Mavic 2 Pro, I have a Phantom 4, I have a Air 2S. I've got so many drones at home which I'm using, obviously, for work and whatnot. But this is, I don't use it professionally because it doesn't have the real ability to be used professionally. It doesn't have any SDK on it. The image sizes are not good, so I can't sell the images as stock images because the JPEGs are so small. So so I mean, apart from flying for fun, this is this is kind of useless in a sense, But I do love this drone.
Stephen, what do you think? What do you think about the Mavic 3? I mean, I know you don't have it yet, but is it a drone that you're going to get, or?
Yeah, for sure. I do have the Mavic 2 Pro. I got the Mavic 2 Pro when it came out. It's still my favorite drone. I mean, until I get my hands on the Mavic 3, the Mavic 2 Pro is still my favorite drone. I love the Phantom 4. I've got the version 2, but I love the Mavic 2 Pro just because of the sensor and the compactness of it. But I think the Mavic 3 is definitely going to be a bit of a game changer. And you have the cine version, which I don't really kind of understand why people are kind of complaining about it, because it's not quite an Inspire 2, but it's almost an Inspire 2. And nobody complains about not buying an Inspire 2.
I think everybody thinks the drones, I think it seems like everybody wants more features and better technology, better camera, smaller batteries, but they want the price to come down. And that it's just not going to happen right now,
No, it's not. It's not going to happen. But also at the same time, at the same time, when you look at the Cine version, you're looking at ProRes. So you're looking at file sizes that are going to be not easy for you to manage. So your average person who flies a Mavic 2 or like an Air 2S, you're not going to be able to handle this. I'm thinking about the Cine, but I still think,
and that's crazy because we know what you do. Yeah, and I mean, cause like me, even the Mavic 3 is maybe a little bit beyond just what I personally need. But I think you have to step back, maybe look at the reviews, and and yeah, you definitely can use the. I mean, it's just everybody's individual flyer,
Absolutely. There's a few things that are concerning me right now. Of course, there's no RAW feature on the Zoom, so it's only JPEG. So that kind of concerns me because I only work with RAW images. I don't use any of the JPEGs. There's a lot of the smart features which are not there, but I don't use the smart features anyway. So that wouldn't really sort of bother me. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get one for sure when I get home. I'll but which one I get, I don't know. I mean, we don't do any videoing. If you go to the Fly By Guys website, you'll see the services that we have on order on offer. And one service that we don't have is videoing. So we don't do anything for like video production because I'm not a cinematographer. I don't claim to be a cinematographer. But we do get offers. We do get TV companies actually contacting us because they know who we are and they say, "Can you do this?" and stuff.
Sure.
And so
you have to start a new division of the Flyby Guys there.
Yeah.
It's something which I've kind of thought that we should go into a little bit, but I mean, there's not enough money in there for us. We do get offers to do TV stuff, and we get offers to do things like real estate. But when I give them an offer to say this is how much it costs, they go, "Well, we can't do it," because it's not. We really want to go on the high end side of it as well. So that's where we go.
Stephen, we're going to continue this conversation with you in a minute. We're going to run our first part 107 question to the viewers. and see who gets the right answer first. And I'll read it. Before each flight, the remote PIC must ensure that A, ATC has granted clearance, B, the site supervisor has approved the flight, C, objects carried on the UAS are secure.
And that was on that was on my Part 107 test there. I could tell you, it's an easy answer, but
yeah. Well, I see who got it first. Okay, Genesee, right? Genesee got it first. Congratulations.
We'll keep up. Jenna will be in the running for a SD card. We do that at the end of the month.
All right, Stephen, we can get back to our great interview with you. I find it very, very interesting, and I like to delve into the personal life of the guest. But I won't ask you nothing embarrassing or anything like that. But no, where you're born and where you're from, and any other personal things you want to share about your life.
Yeah, I'm from Scotland, but I live in Finland. So the Flyby guys are actually a Finnish company. I've been living in Finland for 20 years. I'm 51 years old. I started the Flyby guys. I know. I started,
He's an old fart. He's an old fart.
I'm telling you.
I know. But the secret is moisturize, guys. The secret is moisturize. But we started the Flyby guys three years ago, almost 3.5 years ago. So, it was a big step for me, to go into this at this point. I mean, it's the best thing I ever done. And I do recommend this to anyone. So kind of later in life, changing my profession, going into this, it has just been fantastic. But yeah, I moved to Finland just over 20 years ago. Stayed there, married, a family, things are good. Things are, I fly, and that's.
You're very good friends with Geeks Vana, right? Sean, right?
Yeah, Sean, and I. I mean, we talk almost every day, to be honest.
We won't hold that against you, Stephen. No. Sean's a great. I tell you what, man.
Sean's been a guest a couple of times.
Yeah, he has, man. We love Sean. He knows all the rules. He knows his rules. He knows our rules. He knows their rules.
Sean. I mean, a lot of people don't really give him enough credit for the fact that he is actually a journalist.
Yes,
he's a qualified journalist now. He's part of the the NUJ. But he's not one of those journalists that is, let's say, opinionated on one thing, and then kind of let's say opposite on the other. He's very balanced, and that is how journalism should be. And I think in this sector right now, that's very important, because we need to have balance rather than attacking something that's happened without having any prior knowledge to it. Because it's very easy to jump into say opinions and whatnot.
Right.
But Sean really gets into, he really, actually studies. He goes and does the research, and he will come out with that information once he has all that information.
Yeah,
he works really hard on it.
He gets right to the point too. He don't. Yeah. I think he. Just what you want to hear as far as it. Especially the rules part and the regs. He's great on that.
Yeah, and it's been great. I was a guest on his show about a year and a half ago or something. I think it was a year and a half ago, and we really stayed in touch. And then he really he asked me if I would, could join him as a co-host. And maybe
that's because he's got that funny accent. So y'all, that's what he always he tries to talk. We give him hell about that accent.
Stephen, I know you're on the other end of the world, and God only knows where you're going to be on April 2nd, 2022. But I want to give you a personal invitation to come to the South Florida Drone Meetup in Jensen Beach, Florida.
Thank you very much, Ray. I will do my absolute best to be there. I got the invitation actually on Facebook. I think it was from you or I think it was someone else. I can't remember. Yeah, I do have that marked in my diary, and I will do my absolute best to keep that free. And I will now plan to come over. And also, I really would like to come over to SPINUP next year as well, because I was watching all the pictures. I've not seen much of the videos because I've been so busy here. But I really looked at all the pictures that were being posted by Ray and Johnny and everybody else, and
we're
Matty
gonna
and
have
all
some,
the rest of it.
we're gonna have some guys on in a few minutes that were there, and we'll, but yeah, and that, and that would be. So you've never been to SPINUP at all, then, Steve, right?
No, I've not been to SPINUP, and Sean, I think Sean had a SPINUP show.
He did
as
the
well.
pre-show.
Yeah, he did the pre-show.
He was doing the commentary during SPINUP. Yeah.
So I think it would be good if Sean and I were to come over to SPINUP next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, that would be.
I think that would be great, because it's over the past year I've my channel has been growing a little bit, and I've been coming on all these shows and talking to you all, and it's been absolutely amazing. It's time we met in person. It's time we actually, because I met Sean for the first time I think it was last month. We were in London. I was over there with one company that I do an advisory role for, and Sean was going to be there anyway. So, and we got a chance to meet up, and we were doing some live shows together there as well. So that was the first time that we got to meet, and it was so bizarre because we do talk on the phone, and and we message almost every day, and we know each other, but we never met. And then when we met each other, it was as if we had never. It was as if we had been friends for so long.
That happened at SPINUP last weekend. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was just incredible. And Andrew McQuillan was there because the guy I was with, who was from a Finnish company, he was sitting with me in the hotel. We're sitting having some food and some drinks. And Andrew came in, and just came in and sat down, and we were just chatting away. And the guy I was with, Hanno, said to me, he says, "How long have you known that guy for?" I said, "This is the first time we've ever met." He says, "What?"
Wait, we got a winner. Hey, Matt Bagwell, I think you got the number 40.
Yep, he did.
Congratulations. Sorry, Stephen, but we got to acknowledge the winner. Yeah, we'll get those stickers out to you, Matt.
Excellent.
Stephen, you're a man of the world, and we always ask our guests, if you had a dream location somewhere, maybe where you haven't flew, or it's on your dream bucket list to fly, where would that be?
Well, I think that everyone has the same answer when they want to say Iceland, but I've kind of changed my mind a little bit, because everyone does Iceland, and it's kind of become it doesn't seem to be anything special anymore. I don't know. I think the best place to fly is always the next place I'm going to fly. Because you never know what you're going to find. When we came to Papua, for example, I really had no idea what to expect, but this is an incredibly beautiful country. It really is amazing. I've caught some great images. I've got some great video. Which I hope to have online in the next week or two. But I don't know. I think the best place is always the next place that you don't expect.
Right.
Because you go somewhere and you find something and stuff. Yes, there's places I would like to go. There is places, maybe New Zealand or even Australia, which I've never been to. But I would have to say the best place is always the next place I go to, which I've never been to.
Sure, definitely.
Well, Stephen, I'll tell you what, you got an amazing story, and you got your job is I guess, like, hey, I think only a lot of us that fly drones, that would be the perfect job, but it's not just flying drones. You do a lot more than that, so we know that's hard work, especially what you're doing.
Yeah, it is, and it's just good for everyone to be aware that when you do have a drone company, it's not just flying drones.
Right.
There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of meetings. I think it was I think it was Charlie Watts from the Rolling Stones said about 20, 30 years ago, you know, playing in the Rolling Stones is 5% playing gigs and the rest just hanging around, you know. It's like that. It's like that.
Yeah.
You spend very little time flying.
Yeah,
and more time, kind of, you know. So that is what it's like, unfortunately.
Well, yeah,
you know?
And that's funny you bring that up because you know you got to charge batteries, you got to charge your phone or your tablet, and then you get out there and fly for like 20 minutes, you know. but you know
always
that's
plan.
Yeah,
but you always have to plan. So when you're, you know, it's like when you're doing, you know, any kind of video or whatever, you have everything, but you really have to plan. You know,
right.
Having like a pre-flight checklist is always important as well. You know, we offer a pre-flight checklist on the Flyby Guys website, which you can download for free. We don't ask for your data. You can just download it for free if you want, because we want to help and raise the awareness for safety as well. So if you want a pre-flight checklist, you're welcome to go to the Flyby Guys website and just download it for free.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's good. Stephen, we're starting to get a backup in the back room, but we'll continue on with talking to you. And we're
gonna talk some SPINUP, and we're gonna bring some guys in that was at SPINUP and just talk,
okay.
Stephen. We're gonna hang out, and look, we appreciate you coming in. I know it's early in the morning, but I was telling Stephen, Ray, you know, he already knows how the show went, so he could let me know, you know, because he's already and he could give me the lottery numbers, you know. I'll call you Sunday morning. But
That's
no,
right.
we're gonna get we're gonna just pop y'all in. We got Matty and we got Marcus.
Hey,
what's up, boys?
Hey, Marcus.
Howdy.
Good to see
What's up,
you.
guys?
You finally made it home.
You survived SPINUP.
Indeed. Yeah, I'll Matty, go first.
Yeah, I survived somewhat besides the driving. I'm so damn tired. I'm still tired from driving, and it was a lot, but it was worth it. It was worth it to me.
Now, Marcus and Matty, you guys know Stephen, right? You know Stephen.
I know Stephen very well. Yes,
Yep.
indeed.
Yep, we do. Great guy.
I know this guy well enough.
Get him on top of the head, Stephen. He needs it. You know, we tried to keep him straight this weekend, but I tell you what, we didn't do it really. You know, his wife wasn't there, so you know he was a little wild man.
You know, I got to say this right here on the air right now. I mean, I already knew Matty. We met a long time ago, but I met Marcus at SPINUP, and you know, I knew I liked him from his live streams and his shows and his videos. But when you get to meet Marcus in person, you really get a treat, because Marcus is a great guy. That's all I can say. He's a great guy.
Thank you, Captain Ray, and the check is in the mail.
Yep.
Oh. Hey, you know, but Stephen, you brought it up. You know, you met Sean for the first time, and I think, I met Marcus for the first time because I met Matty in Florida. But you know, everybody we met, it was like, I mean, I hate to say, it's like we known them, you know, for our whole lives, and that's what it's. Drones definitely took a backseat to the friendships, you know.
Got to know each other very well. Believe it or not, this guy right here is one of the ones I really wanted to meet when I got here. When I got there, Marcus.
Hey,
yeah.
Sean.
Hey, Matty, thank you so much. Same with you. In fact, I'll embarrass you just a little bit. I was talking to Johnny today about, you know, how impressed I was with you at SPINUP, man. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Really, I mean, you're mature beyond your years in many ways.
I try. Yeah, it's some of the people these days my age are like kids, man. It drives me crazy.
Hey, conversely, Matty, you know, I hung out with Sean Oz quite a bit. He was kind of a pain in the ass.
What? Shut up.
What are you talking about? I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Sean, Marcus needs a tattoo. That's what he needs.
An asshole on it.
I tell you,
we'll give you a starfish. I'll do like a starfish.
If you brought a traveling tattoo kit, you could have made a lot of money.
That's the first thing I asked him is if he brought his gear, because I wanted the tattoo. I wanted a tattoo in the hotel.
I work plenty at home. Like, go on these trips, I don't want to work.
Hey, Sean, your sound is all horked up. You're echoing and it's coming in
Sean,
and out.
Sean, you got a little echo. I don't know if you got it turned up. You can make it turn it down.
Yeah.
Okay, that should hopefully fix
There
it.
you go.
There you go. Much better.
Marcus.
Sean just came off a live show, didn't you, Sean?
Well, it wasn't a live show. It was just I finally finished my edit from SPINUP. I was actually editing it every night. That's why I was so tired. So that when I got home, I would just have like the review stuff I had to edit.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, don't you have a good Sean Oz story walking to the SPINUP venue?
Yeah, you know, we happened to walk with Sean over to the venue from our hotel, and of course Sean had the Skydio 2, which was the first time I've seen it, man, and it was pretty good. You know, it tracked us all the way over there, and then he actually flew it at a break, and I think I went out front, and he kind of tracked me, and I went up and down the track there. But yeah, that drone, you know, Sean was moving it all around, trying to go through the trees, and it did. It's pretty amazing.
So on Monday, I don't know if I should say this yet. No, maybe I should wait.
Oh, that's a tease. He's going to tease.
Oh, look at that. Marcus got the Mavic 3.
Tell us.
Kelly let me fly his Mavic 3 a lot on Monday. And I didn't land it in water, first of all.
Oh,
but there's a but in there.
Yeah. No, there's no but.
Okay.
We brought the Skydio up too, and since we couldn't do active track because he doesn't have the pre-software to be able to try it.
The beta.
Oh yeah, the beta. But we were able to try its obstacle avoidance through all the trees we were flying in, and of course, then I was like, well, wait a minute, I have my Skydio 2. Let's manually fly the Skydio 2 through the trees and see if either one of them crashes. Neither one crashed.
Oh, good.
So.
Well, I know there was a person there, I'm not going to mention his name, telling you, you know, how great the obstacle avoidance was. And you were kind of like, well, you know, I don't know, you know, you were kind of, so, I mean,
that's different. So that's, the obstacle avoidance and the tracking, two totally
active track. Okay. Right? I got you. Yeah. You're right.
So obstacle avoidance, I'll be straight up. The Mavic 3 was very smooth.
Really?
It's slower. It's much slower going through the trees when you're just pushing the stick forward. But because of that slowness, I think it's able to assess the situation a little bit better,
right? And
pre-plan its path to avoid some of the trees. Where the Skydio, it can haul ass through stuff like that, right? It just right through. Okay. But because of that, it comes right up to a bunch of trees instead of, like, if there's a gap and you're flying it and you sort of move it around the trees, it misses everything. But if you just push straight on that stick and it just quickly speeds up to a big ball of trees, it tends to want to sort of stop, and then it has to reassess at that point.
Do you think that will get better with software updates?
I think that'll get better with the Skydio 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to change.
Okay.
So, Sean, what
question? Sorry,
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
question regarding the Mavic 3 for Ray, Marcus, and Sean. How was controlling the drone with the DJI Fly app? Because I have to say, I hate the DJI Fly app. I really hate it, and it's the only thing it's the only thing that's putting me off. But how was the DJI Fly app?
So, Marcus, do you remember? Yeah, do you remember, Marcus, when we were at the field and you flew it and then you handed me the controller of Kelly's and I flew it and I was like, feels like any other drone. Remember I said that?
I do.
Okay, so then I got to fly it more. And when I flew it more and there wasn't a bunch of other stuff going on and I could really focus on trying to get a shot and not just fly it does fly smoother. There's definitely a difference when you're out there. The gimbal was incredibly smooth, panning at the same time, panning down, like strafing right, yawing left, and gimbaling down is somewhat of a hard trick to do. You know, it takes a little practice, but it was buttery smooth, and I've got this awesome shot with it. So I was impressed enough that if I could sell my Air 1, my Air 2, and probably my Zoom, I might. The only thing with the Zoom is the Zoom still lets you use the controller that comes with it. You don't have to get a smart controller that comes with it.
Right.
To use a scroll wheel to zoom in up to 8 times optical. Or no, 4 times optical and 4 times non-optical. So 8 times total, I think, which is nowhere near the 28 you can get on the DJI Mavic 3, but the 8 times total is crystal clear. Okay, so there's no breakup, it's not fuzzy at all, and you can pan it. So now imagine, not only are you strafing right, or whatever we call it in the drones. I call it strafing because of video game time, right? That's what you call it in the video games when you strafe that way. What's it called in the drones?
I call it strafing.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay,
yeah.
So you're strafing right, you're yawing left, you're panning the gimbal down, and you're zooming at the same time, like a slow zoom. That's a trick. That's a fun shot, but you can't do that like with the Mavic 3 base one.
On that controller, I wish there was a zoom scroll on that controller, bro.
I do
that would make it so much easier.
And by the way, I compared the controller. I took the Mavic 3 controller out today and I compared it with my Mini 2 controller. It's freaking identical.
Same exact model number and everything.
Same model number.
Yep.
Same everything. Hey, Sean, I got a question for you. So you were talking about how much smoother it is and how it picked its path. Now, that is probably directly because of that feature that it will look, they're saying 200 meters ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a huge part of it. But then, so what I don't know is on the tracking, right? Because every DJI drone, they put out this video that it tracks from in the front, and then I get it. And that's like my biggest thing is because if you're out there, like you're skateboarding, snowboarding, you want that front tracking shot, right? It's a low to the ground, 3 feet off the ground, tracking right in front of you, and it needs to be able to go down in elevation at the same time. If you are obviously in the mountains or hills or whatever, Skydio can do it. 100% it can do it as long as you're not going too fast. And by too fast, I'm talking under 30 miles per hour. You do the same thing. What's that?
Well, I was just going to say, Sean, and we know you shut the height floor off because Johnny and I walked through a tunnel with you.
Oh, yeah. I definitely.
Did the Skydio go through that tunnle?
Oh, yeah.
Did it really?
All of us right through. It's in the video that I just posted. I put that clip in there.
Yeah, it sure did.
No, I didn't. I've got so many clips that Matt, you saw the video I posted. I know the rest. I don't know if Johnny was there. Ray didn't see it yet, but I have so much footage of all that. Like there's that whole clip of the Skydio following us, but there's a trick to trying to not show too much because if you're sitting there just watching it, you start getting bored. And if I get bored watching my own video, some of you guys are going to get bored watching it, right? Hell, I think Aldrin even said that at the speech, right?
Yep.
So
you edited that video perfect.
If you need any of that footage, if you want the Skydio footage, if you want any of the Action 2 footage, just let me know. Because like if you see any clips in that from the bar or anything, I have a much longer clip that I can share with you to use however you guys want to use it.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. You know, if anybody's got, photos on their phones or even some camera footage. I mean, I know we took a lot of stuff, but and it'll get out there eventually. I know between posting videos and pictures. I mean, and that's what we want to see. But Sean, what did you take away from SPINUP? I mean, you've been before, so how did this one relate to the others?
I like that we went back to the first park. I do wish we were flying by the lake, but I get it as it's getting more crowded. It's probably not as smart to fly by the lake. I mean, especially when you got guys like me that tend to just be a magnet to water. For those in the chat that don't know what I'm talking about, Matt let me fly his Tiny Hawk Freestyle, which I have one myself right down there that's broken also. And we were flying in a parking garage, and it was fun. I was like, it's the first time I've done proximity flying close to things, right? Besides a mountain, and that's a little different. But when you're flying by trees and in a parking garage, especially, that was totally new to me. And my goal was to just not to hit the ceiling and not scrape too much off the ground. Didn't hit the ceiling once, came around and sort of got out of control and landed just to be safe. And this is a concrete parking garage. It's dry as can be, except for this one puddle where I landed. One water puddle.
He hit the one water puddle in the whole garage. I fried it.
Art. It was all cursed me forever, Art.
I got a Tiny Hawk Freestyle from Doc, and he's gonna fix the one that was broken for Sean, and then Sean's just gonna keep that one. So it works.
Well, if he sends me the one that he's fixing for you, or that was yours, I have the exact same one here. I'll throw this one in the mail, send it back to him, and he can have another one.
There you go.
We'll just cycle this thing.
Yeah, that's it, man. Cycling it across.
Just keep them going around.
Because I personally, I soldered so much in my life, I don't want to ever do it again. And 2, I don't have the time for it. So that's the part of the hobby that I don't like, and that's the part of the hobby that the DJI FPV drone has made me like so much. As well as now that snow is falling. I got home last night and it started snowing almost instantly after I was listening to your show, Matt, and I got home. It started snowing right when I got home.
Really?
Steven, do you fly FPV?
Oh my God, I hate that word.
No. I don't really fly FPV. I just like Sean was saying, I just don't have the time. I have tried to get into it. I've had a DJI FPV and tried it out, but I just don't have the time, So, but I really want to make time. I would like to actually go and build one. That's what I've been thinking that I could do for 2022 is to get down and build one, and try to get that experience, so I know what to do there.
But Stephen, you put hundreds of drones in the air at the same time, so the rest of us are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Well, we can still. I'm gonna play something that I asked Kelly and I asked Marcus, but I want to, and I know I've been singing this damn song since I got back from.
It is catchy, isn't it?
It is, bro.
But Chris Waters and Kelly Shores put this together.
What a job.
Oh, no, not again. Chris, FPV is really fun, but sometimes don't you just want to fly a good old camera drone?
They did an amazing job on it.
All right, boot it up, Chris.
I'll tell you what. You could really tell how much Chris auto-tuned his voice when he started singing.
Oh, Yep. That was amazing, Kelly. But hey, you know what? He's got a big set to get up there and sing that.
Oh, yeah, right? To be that out of tune and not give a shit, I wish I could do that.
You really can play guitar, man.
I always wish my planes would never stall. Camera drones, they give us those nice bright colors.
Great shots, though.
Give us the dreams of summer.
And the editing. I mean, the editing is a bit. Look at that guy.
CaptainRay.
Did Kelly ask you guys to send drone clips in?
Yeah.
He didn't ask me to send a drone clip in, or I would have sent some mountain shots.
He wanted summertime drone shots.
Oh, I don't have any of that. I don't have. Yeah, that's probably why.
And Chris was actually playing, guys.
Yep.
Send them all back for repair. I know they probably feel
It was a shame Chris Rollins didn't make it.
I know.
I was looking forward to meeting
I
him.
don't know what happened.
His wife was about to have a baby any day now, so.
Oh, gotcha. There's a Mavic 3.
Yeah, I thought that was funny because I saw the original video.
Yeah, it didn't have it. It wasn't in there yet.
Yeah.
Well, it was, but it was blurred.
No, I think he had recut it and just edited it. I could be wrong.
Wow, look at that.
Matt just got the song out of his head. Now it's right back in there like an earworm.
Oh, yeah. It's catchy as hell, that's for sure.
Matt, but you don't know that song, do you?
No, I wasn't part of the whole making of it.
No, I'm talking about, did you know Code Chrome? The song?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was a cover.
Yeah,
Coda Chrome. Yeah.
You guys are young.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I don't know it.
Who is the original song by Paul McCartney or something? Paul Simon. Okay.
Hey Johnny, we gotta get old Joe on the show.
You're making me feel old, Sean and Matty.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm almost 50.
Yeah, but you got a few more years.
Lord, you're catching me, Sean.
I got like a year and a half. It's coming quick. Hey, Mendez, we'll put a link to that. Somebody put a link to that song in the chat so they can hear it without us talking over it.
Yeah, we can. We will definitely do that.
This video could win a Webby Award. I'm telling you. Very good. Very good. Kelly, Chris.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was a great, and I saw it a little we saw it, I think, a couple days before or something. It was really good. Chris and them had a great time making it.
Want to run that last 107 question? And then we'll get back to conversation.
Oh, Johnny done kicked himself out.
He kicked himself out, Captain Ray.
Knocked myself out.
You want me to put it up, or you got it?
I can put it. Let's see here. First time I ever live stream.
All right. A small unmanned aircraft loaded with the most rear wind center of gravity is less stable at all speeds, more stable at slow speeds, or more stable at fast speeds.
Michael Wright will get it.
Easy question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, SPINUP, Sean, I know you've been there, and of course, it was my first, and Marcus, you've been before, right?
Looks like it's John Bonifant.
I have, Johnny. I attended in 2019, the last in-person event. Of course, we all did last year when it was online. There was one big glaring thing missing from this year's show, and that was Stephen. I mean, Stephen, you need to start making plans for next year, man.
I just said to Ray and Johnny at the start of the show, next year for sure.
Stephen, don't let 9,200 miles or so get in your way. Just being in Indonesia. I mean, that's a small flight.
I guess obviously where I am right now, going over next year is only a small amount. It's only a small distance, so it's only a small trip. But I really will.
Wait! I got a suggestion too, Stephen. I mean, you could organize one over in your area, and we could go over there.
I mean, that is, I think you guys would love to come to Finland. You would love it here, or love it there. I mean, you love it here where I am right now. It's incredible here. But certainly Finland, I mean, you would love flying. We have got very relaxed rules there. We've got a very open society for drones. Nobody complains about flying drones. Yeah.
How far is Finland from Denmark?
Not far. It's about an hour and a half flight.
Okay, I know Henrik from Tech Drone Media is in Denmark. So
wow. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's over there. Yeah, I'm actually based in Helsinki, so we're not too far away. But
have you guys done any collaboration work?
We haven't done anything yet. No, we haven't. And I should contact them to try to do something. I don't do my own live show because I just don't have the time, but I join other live shows. Right. So, but
he could probably get with you and do an actual recorded video. He's a super nice guy. He's been doing it as long as me, and he's grown. Actually, he's I think tripled my subscriber rate almost. But
no, it's I think that. It's just something which I really value, which we have in the community. We've got a tremendous, we have an amazing community, not just in the States, not just, but I mean, really globally. It's just incredible. It really is. I've made so many friends, and I can talk with so many people, and people can, they can contact me, ask me questions. If they need to know something, I'm always there to help. Whether it's Sean Hickey, or whether it's Herman or Lawrence or whatever, or any of you guys. I'm always there to help. If you need any advice, So
if you need to put a couple.
Go ahead, Mark.
What's that?
I was going to say, if you need to put a couple hundred drones up in the air at the same time, get a hold of Stephen.
Well, how many do we have? We had 7 or 8, right? 7. I think
we had 7.
We were a little bit shy of one of Stephen's productions there, but but that's Stephen. That's interesting you brought that up because I think that's the biggest thing at SPINUP. I mean, everybody there. I mean, the Friday night and even at the the actual event Saturday and flying Sunday. I mean, everybody was just so cordial to each other and sharing stories and I mean, drones is not more. The drone may be the easiest part. We talk about it all the time. You got questions about editing. What kind of computer? What do you fly with? So it's just a lot more than just flying a drone.
That's the part I like talking
about. Everyone has got something very unique about their channel and about how they fly. Everyone's got that one thing, and I've been saying this to Marcus, or I've been talking about this with Marcus, which is really important, is the story that you have. The story that you're telling is the most important thing that you can tell the world itself, and it's part of really what you're doing. And I always say that I cannot wait to go to the US and fly with Marcus at Snake Canyon. I really want to go there. Every time he has those videos, I'm like, I really want to go there.
I got an idea. We'll be seeing some new Snake River Canyon videos.
Yeah, I think we got one coming
very soon with the Mavic 3. Hey, I want to give some
congratulations on your Mavic 3, Marcus.
Thank you, really, Captain Ray.
I look forward to the video.
Have you opened it yet?
Yes, I have. We talked about telling stories. We got one of the best YouTube storytellers here, and that's World of Oz. Sean does just a phenomenal job of that. When you watch his videos, he always tells a story. There's always a beginning, a middle, and an end. So, I mean, just what you were talking about, Stephen. So, the Mavic 3 is going to go up over the canyon on Friday. I'd like to go tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain. So Friday, first flight, we're going to lift it up and just send it, boys.
Hey, Sean don't let a little snow stop on Marcus, so you shouldn't let a little rain.
Hell no.
Yeah.
That'd be a quick
difference when you're flying snow, Johnny. Believe it or not, the snow here is not a very wet snow. It's a very fluffy, dry snow. So when it comes down and the props are spinning, it actually just sort of goes in a bubble around the drones.
Yeah.
It's
like when you throw a snowball at it.
So Sean, I did put in the chat here. What's that, Marcus?
Well, I was going to say, you call it a dry snow. I hear people talking about that live in really hot climates. They say, oh, it's a dry heat.
Oh, no. No, dry heat's not standable. That's the... Oh,
they ain't no dry heat.
You go there and you're like, I can't breathe.
Anyway, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, if you guys want to see a sneak, I haven't even edited any of it, but I did share at the bottom there. It's Ed Rick. That guy can fly an FPV drone.
Oh my God, bro. He can rip, dude.
But this isn't him ripping, but this is him following the Skydio and following the Mavic.
Is that the one, Sean? Is that the other window you got up?
Yep.
I got to
share it. I'll let it play in the background.
I'm gonna take myself out a minute because I can't only have but 6, but I'm gonna put that up.
No, you shouldn't. No,
you should be able to share. You should be able to share on the same screen as Sean.
Where'd he go?
Yeah,
all right.
Come back in.
Okay, let's go.
Come back, Johnny.
Just make Sean big, and his screen will be big.
No, you don't even have to do that. You just go over the thing there, and click share or whatever.
There you go.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, Johnny, try that where you put it at the bottom. You'll see you remember what we were talking about?
Yep.
Yeah,
so
which one is it?
And this is him flying. Well, oops.
Hi.
Hey, Steven.
So this is Ed flying his I think he's using a 5-inch on this one because he wanted to have more control. He was flying this big one with a big camera.
He makes his own though, right?
Oh yeah.
That's that camera he had. The big one.
Ed's super into it. So that's the Mavic 3 he's under right there. I can't even imagine with an FPV drone getting that close to stuff.
No,
Mavic. Just sort of sitting down there. Me and Kelly, the old guys in the chairs. That's Chris, Sunrise Water Media there, and Ed. I think Chris was flying around at the same time with Cinewhoop or something. So we were trying to get it so that we could fly and you could see them come up to the trees and how they both reacted differently. And it was a lot harder to do than we thought it would be.
Well, this is very cool, man.
Ed can fly, bro.
I mean, yeah. Look how close he's getting.
God.
Oh wow, yeah.
Luckily, the Skydio has like obstacle wood and probably tries to get away from his drone.
He was ripping one of his FPV quads in the parking garage. He was doing like 60 miles an hour to the garage.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God.
That was insane. Well, the way you were flying at the park, I bet you could do that too, Matty.
I don't know about in a parking garage.
I don't know, man. You were killing it.
Sean, yeah, I was going to ask you. I mean, I know you've been flying, but, Matty took that doc. I mean, I'll tell you what, Matty did an amazing job. I'm not just saying it because he's there. And man, like if you'd have just been doing a ride along something, you would have known who was flying that drone.
Yeah, I don't fly that often, or at least not FPV.
Right,
so
right.
I have all the stuff, but because of time restraints and just business, because like Steven was saying earlier, you might think that my job sounds like a fun job, but there is a lot of work that's not during business hours. Tons of stuff and then once I have business hours, I have bloody gloves on all day, so I can't do anything. I can't get on your live streams. I can't get on the chats.
Right. No, we appreciate it. I know I've asked you, and I know it's early for you out there, so it's a whole different time, and I know, Sean, you released y'all get out there and watch. You released a new video tonight, right?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a spin-up video, but what I tried to do is a vlog with last year when we did last year we did spin down up here, or was that the year before? So I put a video up, a spin down. It was a vlogging with the GoPro 10 spin down 2020, right? And it got way more views than just a spin down video I've ever done. So I was like, well, wait a minute a second here. This is possibly a way to get new people to learn about spin down or spin up. And so I did the same thing with this one. It's the new camera happened to just come out right beforehand.
Cool.
So I made the video actually about vlogging with the Action 2. The vlog is the trip to spin down and us all doing things. So there's a lot of short clips, and that's why it doesn't deep dive into a lot of the longer clips.
Right. Everybody get out there and watch. I'm gonna watch and I log off here. But guys, we've been going a little bit over an hour, and we try to keep it because we got the Coast to Coast Drones comes on, and so we got other shows. But hey, Steven, I want to thank you, and of course Sean and Marcus and Matty and Captain Ray. It's been Spin Up was I know we keep saying it, can't say enough, but I think just meeting everybody, the drones were like secondary or maybe even third. I think maybe the food was second with, In-N-Out and Whataburger and all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Johnny, can I make one quick announcement?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Barry Markowitz got a hold of me right before the show, and he has some news on the Action 2. What he told me, he's been talking to the folks at DJI, and he wanted to let people know that there's a new version of the Mimo app, 1.7.4, that supposedly is going to cure the issues with wirelessly uploading to the iPhone 13 Pro phones. Evidently, that's been an issue.
Okay.
He's also been working with DJI on heating issues, and a couple of things he's come up with is turning down the brightness on the screens and also locking the screens. And I'm sure, Sean, you know all this stuff already.
I had no heating issues whatsoever, and I tried to get them while I was there at the weekend.
Yeah. And the other thing that he wanted me to announce is that he said the people he's been talking to at DJI say that they are not going to be at CES this year.
Really?
Which would be a shocker, but that's coming from Barry Markowitz. So he wanted me to talk about that tonight. So
good, great, Mark. Let us know. That's what the show is.
Johnny, need to. I did try to share the link to that video.
Thanks for that.
I don't have a wrench, so it didn't work.
Thanks for that.
Ooh.
Thanks for that info, Marcus.
Okay, no big deal. I'm never here.
I'm just messing with you.
It's like when I was on Ken's show and they had a thing called the Raz, and he was like, "Do you know what the Raz is?" And I was like, "No." And everyone was like in the chat, "What the hell, man? Have you never been on a show before? Why are you guessing?
You
never been on a show?"
Sean, you can do it now.
Because I work.
Yeah. Sean, you can add it now, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Steven was going to make a point. What were you going to say, Steven? I know you guys got off.
No, I was just going to say that do DJI need to go to CS?
I didn't see a reason for them to, unless they had some sort of Mini 3 coming out that we don't know of. But other than that, I don't see a reason.
I hope they don't release another drone for a little while. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you want to say, Marcus, we'll start off with you and you can say your goodbyes. And
hey, guys, just thanks for having me on it. And you know what, guys, I am really still on a contact high from being at at SPINUP this year. It was really fun. By the way, I stayed an extra day. I was there on Monday and didn't leave till Tuesday. It was so lonely. I
almost turned around. I almost turned around.
Marcus, if I'd known you were going to be there, you could have come to our private meetup on Monday. I thought everyone left Monday.
Oh, geez, you had a meetup on Monday?
Yeah, Kelly, me, Chris, and Ed. Everyone else left, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, miscommunication, whatever.
Next time.
Next time. We'll do that next time. But anyway, Mavic 3 or no Mavic 3 or our Autel Nano Plus that I'm still waiting for, or no Nano Plus, get out there and fly what you have, and it's a great time to fly a drone. Get out there and fly.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Matty?
Thank you guys for having me on again.
Absolutely, Matty.
I love hanging out with you guys, man. You guys are freaking awesome.
Thanks for coming on. And Stephen, we really appreciate you coming on all the way from Papaya.
Thank you very much. It was great to be on the show. Thank you for the invitation. Nice to meet you, Sean. It's the first time I'm meeting you. Good to meet you again, Marcus and Matty. And thanks to everyone who's watching.
Thank you, Stephen.
And, see you all again.
Thank you all. And I got to thank everybody in the chat. Thank you for watching the show. We couldn't do it without you guys too. It really means a lot to us. And support each other. Check everybody's channel, subscribe, and we'll see you again next week. And get out there, fly for fun, and fly safe.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Good night, everybody.